Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I am filming a haul and it's been a while because it says that I call this haul my July haul. I forgot to write down the dates, but we are in October, like it's October tomorrow when I'm filming this. So it's like a haul for like 3 months, which is why I have 76 books here. And granted, I'm kind of proud in the regards that I usually had 76 books for 1 month. So 3 months for 76 books for me is not that bad. Still terrible. We don't need to talk about it. A lot of it is manga, so that's why, and like new things that came out. I'm trying to be very thoughtful, as we know, of what I buy. And we should see if I manage to do that in this haul. But without further ado, let's go through the 76 books that I am going to show you today. Yay. Struggling to find like the first book, which was, and it's been lying here for so long, it is dusty because it's been on the floor. That's nasty. But it is Miss Kim Knows by Chuna Myu. This is the same author as Kim Ji-young 1976, 1984. I don't remember, but you get the point. I love that book, even though I apparently can't remember the year. And I also have Saha, but I haven't read that. And this was the next one by the author. This is short stories, I believe. And I just really loved Kim Ji-young. It was like one of the best books I read in that genre, at least. This one finally came out in like the height to match the other. So obviously I got it at once. Then I got Part of Your World, which I read first by the library. And then I bought it because I absolutely loved it. Give it 5 stars. And then I also bought Yours Truly because I thought that I would enjoy that as well, which I also since read because reading the books I bought is a miracle, and I also gave 5 stars. So that alone is amazing and clearly a good buy. Even though the spines don't match, they use a different font. They don't match, and it's it's actually very annoying because I don't think the books itself are like ugly in cover wise, but why don't the spines match? I am annoyed. Should actually be a crime. Then I have Kavitri by Aman J. Bedi. This one actually got sent to me by the author who asked me if I wanted it, and I was like, sure, it sounds like a really cool and fun fantasy that I would enjoy. I just haven't read it yet, but hopefully I will read it and post a review, at least like have it in vlogs and wrap-ups, etc. But it seems very cool and I like the covers, so hopefully I will get to it soon-ish when my life wants me to do the stuff I wanted to. Then we have Come Can Communicate Volume 9 by Tomohito Oda. I feel like I used such a long time filming this haul that I'm like, I'm not going to read this actually soon, but it feels like it's too soon, too close, because I used so long that I'm always like in a full circle filming this haul, which never happens, so that's fun. That doesn't make any sense maybe, but like I have a manga system. Everything I buy go to the bottom of the list, and it feels like that one is soon on the top, but not really, but it's like in the middle, and that is too close to the top before I film the haul. We also have Flowers of Evil Volume 3 the complete. So I read Volume 2 recently and then I bought Volume 3. There's only 4 of them, so closing to the end, which is kind of nice. Then we got Delegated Dream Department Store by Miji Lee, which I actually already read as well. I didn't love it, but it was like okay. And I do think this is very cute, and I do still want to read, I think there's a sequel, but I don't know when or if it's already out in English. Then I got Robinson Crusoe by Danielle Defoe. This is actually for my like, not thesis, but like for school. So I kind of need to read this tomorrow to make it before I'm leaving. So that is fun. Then I have Waking Gods and Only Human. This is the sequels to Sleeping Giants, which I enjoyed when I read it a lot. It's a couple of years ago now, but I kind of know that I would probably want to keep that, so I just bought 2 and 3 without like more hassle. And I've been like wanting to get them for years. I just didn't. It's been a couple of years since I read the first one, so I might need to reread, but I'm very excited to read these and consider if I need to reread the first one. Then I got Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez because obviously I needed the third one after getting the first and the second, and I haven't read this one yet, but now summer's kind of over. So I don't know if I want to read something with the summer in the title when it's not summer anymore, but maybe I want the summer feels back, so we shall see. But do I really actually want those back? We have The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monica Kim. This was the Evernight pick for July? Yes, it was for July. Oh my god, that's such a long time ago. I really, really like this cover though, even though it's a bit creepy. But there's a lot of ice and it's giving me the creeps, but it's very, very cool book. I really want to read it actually soon, and we are in October, you know, so it should be read this month, honestly, or like in November at least. But look at it, look at the eyes. It's very pretty book, a cool variant of the cover. I was like planning to actually like cancel my Evernight, and then is it not called? It's not called Evernight. Yes, it is. Oh my god, it is called Evernight. But then I wanted this one, and I want the next one, so I'm just apparently not canceling. After all, we have Mirrored Heavens by Rebecca Warrenhorst. This is the final book to the Black Sun series. This is big, which I like, because it's the final one in the trilogy. I really enjoyed 1 and 2, but I have this need to reread them so I can read this one and really enjoy it. So it might not be read for a little while, but I definitely am gonna keep them and all that. So like there was no hesitation to buy the third and final one. Then we got The Ninth Ends with Fire by KX Song. So this was the prelude for July. I am very unsure at this point. I do believe so. Absolutely stunner of a book, obviously. Love to see like the naked. Oh, sorry. It's so pretty. And we have obviously a really cool reverse dust jacket, which I cannot get out right now. Oh my god, let me move the book. Like, look at it. It is very pretty. This is more reminiscent of like the original cover, but still a variant of it. We have gorgeous art on the back as well. Is this the same art? Did I just show you the same? No, it's not. And then gorgeous edges. I really like these. But obviously the naked doesn't match as well with edges. But it's a really pretty book. And I didn't think, I hope I really like this. Obviously it's an Asian inspired fantasy, clearly. I like those, obviously, but it also gives you limited skips, so I like need to pick the ones that I'm a bit interested at least, and then skip the ones I'm not interested in at all. It's a hard life, you know. But here we are. It's very pretty, and I really like the look of the book. At least we have Snow White with the Red Hair Volume 5 by Sorata Akiduki, which is the next one I need to read, obviously. Yay. Then we have Tidal Creatures by Shannon McGuire. This is the third book in like the Middle Game series. It's called like Alchemical Journeys. I read the first one, really liked it. Have not read 2 and 3. Should I have bought this one? I mean, since I like the first one, I'm probably gonna keep it, so yeah, but I'm trying to be better. Is it working? I'm unsure. Oh my god. Then my Lucre set of This Savage Song and Our Doctor Rat came in, which was the new special editions of these, which I obviously had to get. There was no hesitation in that regard. So obviously This Savage Song, the first one, they switched around who was on the cover of like the original, or like the focus of them. And I just love it. I love it. It's so pretty. It's absolutely gorgeous books. And like, very enjoyable. Like, not my favorite Schwab, but like one of the ones I enjoy a lot. I mostly enjoy all of the author's books, obviously, because favorites and all that. But yeah, look at them. Look at them. They are so pretty. Absolutely gorgeous books. And I'm so happy that I have them, obviously. No regrets, obviously. Then I got Secrets at Blackthorn Hall, which is the Kickstarter for the Shadowhunter Kickstarter that was. This is like a book with letters. I haven't read it yet. When will I? I don't know. But it has letters and illustrations. A very good quality overall. But like, for example, an illustration here. It is a cool and pretty book. I didn't know if it's gonna be actually just letters in it. So I was a bit like, oh, we are just having a book with letters. But hopefully they will give me a good laugh and make me feel emotions again. Cool exclusive book, obviously, to the Kickstarter. So I feel cool in that regard, I guess. Did I know what I was buying when I ordered the Kickstarter? Absolutely not. But here we are. Then we have Tokyo Revengers 7 and 8. Obviously just continuing the series because I read the last one. And that is how it works. Yay. Then we got the Apothecary Diaries, Volume 3. I read 1 and 2. Oh, just read 2 in a way, because I usually order the next when I read the one before, to keep the system going and going. But yeah, excited to start the next one. Then I got The Maid and a Crocodile by Jordan F. Echo, which is set in Raber World and just came out, so obviously I need it because Raber World was one of my favorites that I read. I'm actually planning to read this today because to complete the challenge, but we should see if I get through it. The font is huge though, so hopefully it will be fine. Very excited because I do not believe it doesn't follow the same characters. But some of the characters maybe we will see, but it's been a while since I read Raybearer, so I don't know if I will remember if we meet any of them. Then we have Spy Family Volume 12 by Tatsuya Ando. This one I already read for Manga Night with Cecilia, and it was a really, really great time. A bit wordy in the beginning, but a lot of action, a lot of feelings developed, so it was a good time. We have Given Volume 9 by Natsuki Kuisu. This one is the next one that follows this very gay band, and I wanted to get back to the things that I really enjoyed, so that's what I'm hoping for in this volume. We then had A Girl with No Reflection by Keshi Chao. This one I read for the favorite vlog already, but it was this girl that needs to marry this prince, and then there's this mirror realm where people in there are alive, and then she's trying to help them, and then there's a lot of betrayals and back and forth, and it's a bit wild ride honestly, but it was fun and entertaining. Then we have Army Guardians of Dawn, or Guardians of Dawn Army by S.J. Jones. So this one is the sequel to the other one that I have. I think it's here, you can barely see that, and it was a Illumicrate monthly pick. This is the sequel. I have not actually read the first one since they're special editions. I needed to get the matching one anyway. That is my excuses, but it's very pretty and it looks like anime when you turn it, or manga, whatever you want to call it. It's very, very cool. I hope I will love them, but if not, I still have pretty editions. And if I ever get to that point, it's easy to sell, I guess, together a whole set and just parts of it. But I have never actually done that, and I don't know if I will ever will with special editions. I think at this point I went to Oslo, so I have a few books from there, which it's like I'm soon going to Oslo again in a few days, and I could not have 2 Oslo hauls in one video. That would be too embarrassing. Family Lore by Elizabeth Acevedo. So I have all the other Elizabeth books in this height, and I've read this already on audio, but I still wanted obviously a physical copy. While this was not my favorite by the author, it was still very enjoyable, and I want to own it, and it's pretty. So it's like one of my favorite authors. So there's that. I got Land of Luscious Volume 11 by Haruko Ichikawa. I'm very confused because I tried to search up this and now I don't understand, because I think it's over, but I don't remember now if it's coming like Volume 12 and that is the last one, or if 11 is the last one. But that is insane because it just said it was over in April, and I'm pretty sure I searched it up before, like after April, to see if it was over. Then it didn't say, but now it's over. Doesn't mean it just ended in nowhere. I don't know, but we shall see. Then we got Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. So I had to read this for my thesis. I already read it, didn't love it. Don't think we can use it in the way we wanted to anyway. But I read a classic vampire book, so yay for me. Then I got One Piece Omnibus 22, I believe, which is 64, 65, and 66. I'm not here at all. I haven't also read One Piece in like 3 months, which is terrible. But I'm not here. But I am going to be there. And then I thought, One Piece. I went to this indie bookshop and I wanted to support it a lot. I struggled finding something I wanted though, to like actually that I want to keep and that I want to spend money on and that I don't already own. So I found The City of Last Chances by Adrian Tchaikovsky. I don't know how to pronounce it. The author of Children of Time. I haven't read that, but I do believe I will enjoy it. But this is the fantasy series by the author, and I feel like it looked really cool. It was signed by the author because the author had been in the store, which I thought was a bit cool too. So I was like, wow, then let's get a copy here. And also the cover is cool and stuff. So like, I want, you know, I'd like to collect fantasy books, so I feel like that is cool. I am also like, do I take off the sticker or not? Because like, I feel like it's special because it's from that indie shop, and I want to remember it, but also like, it's ugly on the cover, so I haven't decided yet. Then we have Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 23. I just read 22 last night actually, so it's good to have 23 in. But these are on pre-order, so they kind of just come as they want to. I also know that, did the last chapter come out? Is it done? It is over. And then obviously it's gonna take like about a year before like everything's out in English, but that is insane. I thought it would go on for forever. Then I have Haikyuu Volume 1 actually, but I'm not planning to start it now, but I bought it from this co-worker that wanted to get rid of them, so I got them really cheap, and I know I'm gonna read it eventually, so I thought, well, let's just get it now. The same goes for One Punch Man, which is again Volume 1 and from the same person. So I bought this from Used. Look at me, that's really good. But I am starting both series at that point, just not right now because I'm in so many and I'll just never get to finish them if I start new ones. But when I finish like a couple more, the list is smaller, I'm planning to start like either of those series, and I'm very excited. Then I have Ilsjø or Fire Sea, which is number 7 in the series. This is Norwegian like comic series. It's very, very cute. I really, really like the art style. I read the first and I really loved it. And I am planning like to collect them all, obviously, which is why I'm holding this one. But I am like, I don't have everything in the series, but I got that one from the publisher, so there's that. But I haven't like caught up on them yet because that's the newest one, but I will. I feel like I haven't bought that many books maybe, but I mean obviously many books, but like a lot of manga because that's what I like. I'm letting myself buy at least. So we have My Dress Up Darling volume 11. I do believe I'm almost caught up on this series, which is a bit insane as well. But I've read volume 10 very recently. So the same with Lower Olympus volume 5. I just read volume 4, so then I had already ordered this one. And I will read it when it gets on the list. Then I went to this publisher event where I got a couple of free books. I'm not sure if I will keep all of them, like Dukken i Tauet, which is the doll in the like rope. So this is from an author, but this is also in the middle of the series. And I know I don't need to read all of them to read this, but I have this thing where I have to. And I don't know if I'm interested enough in the Norwegian crime novel to do that. Even though like it would be nice to maybe just read one series by this author and it only has like 3 books. But then I would have to borrow those at the library because I don't bother buying them. And then I would have owned this one, so I would probably get rid of this anyway at the point. But I got it for free and all that, and obviously I'm grateful to that. But that is through work, not through my channel. I would just wanted to emphasize that I'm not that cool. I wish I was that cool, but I'm not. So I got that one, and I also got Hennes siste fantastiske dager, her last fantastic days by Anne B. Ragde. This is about someone who gets a stroke, I believe. Again, unsure if I want to keep this one as well. But I also got The Scream of Skrike by Jan Erik Fjell and Jan Lille Host. And Jan Lille Host was there at the event, so he signed the book to me. So I have to keep it. This is a news one in their series as well. These 2 crime authors are very famous in Norway. And they follow like a dude that makes like a true crime podcast, which I feel like is a typical thing now these days, but it's kind of cute. So I will keep this, but I hoping to enjoy that series. Then I got a cookbook, which is maybe weird to have in this haul, but I'm just having it here anyway, which is by this dude named Ollie. And he is like famous on TikTok and stuff. He was also there. So he also signed it. So now obviously I need to keep this one cookbook. But obviously I would usually have that in the kitchen. But since it's my parents' kitchen, I will have this down here with me until I get my own place. And then I can have a cookbook in the kitchen. But yeah, it's kind of nice though. And it's very popular. So I feel like it's a cool thing to have. And it's not like anything bad about owning one cookbook, I guess. I also got Der du en gang gikk, or Where You Once Walked. The author was there as well, and I got it again signed, so I will keep it. This is by like a Swedish author, and he was so nice. And I feel like this seems like a novel I actually will enjoy, like more my kind of like novel. And he had another one that people really, really enjoyed, so I might need to check that one out as well. So I'm excited to see if I will enjoy this one. And then also Santa Motufio was there. This is her newest book. This is in obviously Norwegian, but she writes in English. The title is Shadows in the Moonlight, and she was there. And I have known about her and I read other books by her that I did enjoy, but like again, not my kind of genre. But now I have one signed by her, which I obviously need to keep. Also, it's her purple one. So obviously I feel like that fits really, really well. And she was so nice as well. And I felt a bit starstruck because like I was like, oh my god, famous author, what? So for me, I had a good time with that event. I got some cool books signed. So I'm keeping those, but some I'm like, I will keep for a while and see if I will read them and then maybe give them to my mom or something. Just because they're not my kind of books, and I keep like my Norwegian books at least. I keep very like I want to keep the ones that I really, really love because I have a couple of Norwegian books I do love because I work in a Norwegian library and a Norwegian bookstore. I need to be updated. Done with that book event, and now more other books. We have Mistress of Lies by K.M. and Wright. So this one was the August book from Illumicrate, and it was on one of my most anticipated releases. Very excited that I did it. I think it has Ace and our characters, so very excited for that. Absolutely a stunner, obviously. Love the look. Love, 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 love the look. And we are going behind here. Very, very pretty. And then obviously the spread edges are gorgeous. If you want to focus. Yes. So I was very excited that this was going to be the monthly pick. Very excited to read it. Then we had The Light of All That Falls by James Islington or Islington. And this one is the 3rd book in the Kanye's trilogy. I don't know how to pronounce the word anymore. I am finishing book 2 tomorrow. I'm probably reading this again with Johanna, the whole series. So I also put this on my October TBR. So I'm reading this in October. So then I obviously needed to get it, and I am definitely keeping that. So I don't know. I feel like I'm better saying I read some, saying I'm going to read them soon. Some, not all, but I feel better. I also got Clara and the Sun by Kazuo Ishiguro. This is basically to finish a challenge for Magical Readathon, and I am currently reading it. I don't know if I will finish it within a month, but I started it and I'm like over halfway at least. Very enjoyable. I wanted to get this at a point anyway, so I just kind of got it now. Someone recommended it to me in my comments and I was very grateful. And I was like, oh, that's a good one that I could read now. Here's maybe a bit of a silly one because I have If You Could See the Sun by Anne Liang. It's actually, this book has the highest views on my channel for one single book review I've done, which is a bit cool. I really, really love this book. And I have the arc of it, and I'm not going to get rid of that by anything. I will keep it. It is precious. But I keep forgetting that I have read this and that I love this because the arc books that I have are like in a different part of my library because, well, I've been granted some of them are quite ugly on the spine, so I don't like really have I don't have space enough to keep them like out, so they're like hidden behind other books. And because of that, the arc of this one is with all of them because of, again, the height is a paperback. It doesn't match my other books. But this I found in a bookstore where like they were like selling out their storage, and it was so cheap. It was like nothing. I think it was like $5 or something. So I just got it because I was like, hello, it's a hardcover of a book that I really, really enjoy. And then I can remember I read it. So now I can start with my other hardcovers, and I bought a finished copy, so I'm happy. Then I got another One Piece. We have 67, 68, and 69, which is obviously the next one from the other one. Again, not there yet at all, but I am getting there eventually. We have Amari, book 3 by B.B. Alston, and The Despicable Wonders. Obviously loved 1 and 2 of Amari, and obviously super excited to read the third one here. So there's no doubt that I was getting that one. Obviously. We have Ocean Nicole Volume 7, but I don't know why I ordered this one because I have not read Volume 6. So I just ordered it, but I don't remember why. But I am obviously going to read it, and it's like, it's not like it matters, but I was like, I don't remember. It was just there at work, and I was like, I don't remember why I ordered this so early, but here we are. We have Bingo Stray Dogs Volume 24, which finally came, I would say, because it was so long where I couldn't order it. And very excited, but now I need to read like 1 volume a year. So now I'm not actually that excited because that was actually sad. We have Solo Leveling Volume 9, and I'm smiling because the cover, hello. And also, I watched 3 episodes of the anime last night, and obviously it came out ages ago, but I'm just very behind on everything that is possible ever to watch. But I watched it, and it was so fun to go back to the beginning. I love it so much. Obviously, I'm much further ahead in Volume 9, but I will read it as soon as it shows up on the list, and I'm very excited. We have Chainsa Man Volume 16, and I'm laughing of this because I used so much energy catching up on Chainsa Man. I read 14 volumes, and now I'm not read 15 or 16 because I caught up, and then I got 15, and I was like, I could put it on the list instead. So now I'm behind, but like, granted, not that much behind, but I'm like, why did I use all that energy catching up if I was going to be stupid anyway? Then we got I Will Have What He Is Having by Abhay Korham, which is the news book by Abhay Korham. This is an adult romance book, and I'm so excited. I know it's going to break my heart in pieces. I am so excited for like a different genre from the author, and there was no doubt I was getting it, as Abhay Korham is one of my favorite authors. I have read all of his other books. I'm looking over at them now. So he wrote Darius the Great is on the K, which is my favorite, and then 2 other, like The Sequel to Darius, and then Kiss and Tell, and The Breakup List. I had to remember the title, which I like. I enjoyed the 2 others as well, but like, I am very curious to see how I feel about this one. Also purple, love the color. Then there was this other publisher event. I didn't get to go, but my co-workers brought me books. So we have My Time in These Forests, or Min tid I disse dagene by Gaute Heivold. This seems like a novel, very Norwegian-like novel. I am a bit unsure if I will read and keep, but I have it at least, and then as time passes, I will see if I will keep. I need to say that now, so I don't like, because I had arcs from like some events in my room for like 7 years without reading them or having no interest in them, and I managed to get rid of them eventually, so I need to say it early now so that I keep myself accountable. So from the same event, we have Ikke mennesker jeg kan regne med, so Not Humans I Can Rely On by Shire Andreasen. So this one seems something that I would enjoy much, much more. And I feel like I really want to read this now for the Christmas season and see if I will like it. It seems interesting to me. But Norwegian books, I mean, not maybe some of these are translated, actually. I don't know. Some of them are probably. I have this like certain I was gonna say atmosphere. That atmosphere does not always match with me, is what I'm trying to say. Like a Japanese translated fiction as well. They have a certain atmosphere, and I like that vibes with me, for example, more. So there's that. Then we have Låneren, or like The Borrower by Camilla Gabbe and Carl David Pearson. I do believe that this is like the beginning of another crime thing, but I don't really like crime, so I am unsure if I will read and keep. But I might read but not keep. I've forgotten to written up one, so the numbers at the beginning is not correct anymore. But I also have more books that I've seen and I've forgotten. We have Rasende Lys or Raging Light by Nikolai Forbenius. Very unsure about this one. It's like a historical, something to do with like the war, and I'm like, it does not seem like something I would enjoy. But it's not like, I sound like I'm not giving the books a chance. I do get that I sound very negative as well. But it's more like, I know kind of what I don't vibe it as much, so I'm trying to not just read everything for the sake of reading everything, and more like read more stuff I will enjoy. But we shall see. Then I got When Horror Was Here by Dustin Tao, which is, I don't think it's a sequel to When You Reach Sam, but like in the same kind of vibe. Oh, my receipt, because the covers and stuff are very similar. But I'm very, very excited for it, and I had to struggle a lot to figure out what edition would match my edition, and then I realized that the new editions that I made have sprayed edges, but it wouldn't match my other ones, so here we are. And then we got Killing Stalking Volume 6 by Corgi. I don't think I read Volume 5 yet. No, I haven't. It's right here, so you can see only 4 volumes. But I feel like I'm reading it very, very soon, which is why I already gotten Volume 6. I do believe. I feel like I'm that smart. The same goes for Love is a War. I have Volume 6. I'm very soon reading Volume 5, so that's why I already got Volume 6. And then we got The Instrumentalist by Harriet Constable, which was this tandem buddy read thing. So I got it sent. I was joined with that buddy read / read along, and I think it just finished. I read the book done. It was okay, and yeah, I got this pretty book for free, and it is like a historical fiction following this violinist that lived in Venice in like 15 something. Then the newest, before we forget, Kindness came out, or that's not what it's called. It's called In the Author Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I enjoy the others, but not like as much. I thought we were done after book 1, but we keep coming. I guess we're going to keep coming until I get a purple one, which I am approving of. I liked, as I said, the first one a lot, but not as much the later ones. But still like enjoyable and cute concepts. Yay. And I randomly realized that I don't own Steel Prince Volume 2 and 3. I read the first one, but I never bought 2 and 3. So this is 2, this is 3, this is follows Rice's father from Shades of Magic. And again, I obviously need it because Schwab, I own all and I don't own these, and I felt ashamed, so I went and just ordered that when I was ordering my next thing, which was Yakuza Lover. So I was having sprints with Cecilia, and she was reading Yakuza Lover and said it was smutty, and I was like, what do you mean, how smutty? Can you send me a screenshot? She did, and I was like, oh. So I went and had, even though I was not going to read more new series, but I went ahead and bought the whole thing. Like, I bought all 12 volumes in one go, just because I feel like all of this is just going to take ages, and I'm planning to just read all of them in the next manga night and just have a great time and just read through the whole series in like one go, because it's only 12 volumes and they are all in plastic, and I think it's like something Mafia Romance kind of smutty thing, and I'm like, okay. So it seems fun, a bit trash. I feel like, am I missing a volume? I am. We only had 11 volumes. Here's volume 12. But yeah, the thing that drive me in here is not only that it was gonna be like a bit trashy, but it is finished. It is only 12 volumes. I feel like I can commit to that for one evening and then just have the whole series done, while like some of the series I'm doing, they come out, not like, they're not all out yet. It's like a whole like system where, like, with my system, by the time I need to read the next one is already out. So it kind of works out. While here, it's just done. So I just got the whole thing and I am excited and a bit like, what did I just do? But it will be fun. So that was 77 books, but I realized I've forgotten to write up Hearts That Cut, which means we are on 78 books because I didn't write up this one. This is the sequel to Threads That Bind, which I read for Farewell Vlog, and I really enjoyed it, and I really want to read the next one, so I bought it. Obviously, I do believe I'm probably gonna audiobook it, but I still want to own it because I really enjoyed the first one and I feel like I'll enjoy this one as well. It is a duology, so it is done with this as well, and it was just a good time. I also saw that Fairlit still sell their exclusive editions, but I was like, I already owned the first one in paperback because I didn't have the YA box, and I bought the paperback when that was out. But the temptation, man, the temptation. I'm gonna resist it with the temptation. But yeah, that was 70. How many did we end up on? I already forgotten. 78 books that I read, not read, but the last 3 months, which is not terrible. I already read a few. A lot of manga, especially because I added Yakuza over here in the end. And yeah, hopefully another haul will come before like the end of the year. It depends how I just remembered in the second that I bought a lot of books already for reasons, so they will be in my next haul. So it's not like I am in a ban or anything, but I'm trying to be better. Do you think I'm better? You're allowed to judge me down below. Leave a heart emoji down below because we love her and you should see me soon a new one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.